6 hours into playing Battlefield and you run out of ammo in your clip and we ask you for $1 to reload, you're really not very price sensitive at that point in time. Essentially what ends up happening, and the reason the play first, pay later model works so nicely, is the consumer gets engaged in a property. They might spend 10, 20, 30, 50 hours on the game.
Yes, this was an actual plan that was proposed by the CEO of EA about microtransactions and how he wants you to pay $1 just to reload. Jesus. How's it going, guys? Peep is Sebi here, and oh my god, you guys hit sub goals way too quickly. I was expecting to gain 1,000 subs within the span of a week, but we gained 1,000 subs in under a day. Alright, well now I have to go out of my way to get mug root beer, so be right back. Guys, they literally do not sell mug here. I am actually so upset right now. I'll have to find an alternative. How's it going, guys? Peep is Call of Duty protagonist here. I was going to complain that you guys are making me leave the house again to get something, but it's honestly very nice out, so I'm not even going to complain. If you saw the unfortunate news, I don't even have access to mug root beer, so I had to improvise a little here. Don't worry, guys. As soon as I see mug root beer, it's on site, bro. I want to be a mug maniac just as much as you guys do. Oh, goddamn, that was good. Goddamn, honestly, I thought root beer was gonna taste like shit, bro. I don't know why, it just looks like it tastes like shit. If we hit 23,000 subscribers by the end of this week, then I'm gonna try Red Bull for the first time. I've actually never had Red Bull, so I actually don't know what it tastes like. Will it give me a heart attack? Who knows? Maybe I'll end up like Peter Griffin. Today we're taking a detour when it comes to content. When was the last time you guys genuinely cared about a modern video game? Like, I think the most recent video game I've played was Cyberpunk, and that came out in 2020. I think the gaming industry in general is no longer about making video games, like it's very obvious. It's more about just monetizing, because if it wasn't about monetizing, then Call of Duty wouldn't cost $70. I want to hear the genuine reason to why Call of Duties now are $70. Well, are discs hard to produce now? Like, I feel like I could buy a bunch of them for like under $10. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, you know, the games are probably very hard to develop nowadays, and inflation, like they gotta pay their workers. Okay, so are we gonna ignore the fact that Modern Warfare 3 is just nothing but reused Modern Warfare 2 assets? And I'm not over-exaggerating that. There are so many ripped, reused, recycled files in Modern Warfare 3. This game is a joke, and the fact that they're getting away with charging $70 for it. I think in general, pricing your games at $70 is so stupid. Like, there's no excuse for that. Like if I'm correct, the latest Legend of Zelda is $70. Do not act like you just recycled Breath of the Wild, bro. You guys are not slick at all. I know this is old news, but I just had to vent about that real quick. I feel like that $70 price point must have like made a lot of people just turn around when it comes to video games. Like, maybe I should go outside. Like, going outside's free. Like, I actually gain things out of going outside, like, or at least that's how I am, at least. It's either that or resort to old games. Like, how much can I bet you I'm playing some old game like Garden Warfare right now? But I think in general, the video game industry's dying. Like, in my opinion, do you know what's been the most overused format of video games? When a video game is free, but literally everything else you have to pay for. Like, the bare bones base game, that's all you can do. If you want to breathe, if you want to do literally anything, $20 right now on the table. I think Fortnite was like the game that popularized this. And then ever since, it's just been overdone. Oh god, you do not need me to vent about Valorant, bro. I think I've talked about Valorant enough on this channel. The game is free, but $25 for a skin. Don't even get me started on the knife market. They'll run you $50 to $60 a pop. That is crazy. I unironically think Valorant is one of the worst releases of the 2020s. It's one of the first games released in this decade, and it is already one of the worst. Like, what is your reason for playing that game? Drop it in the comment section right now. If you're still playing Valorant, why? Why are you still playing Valorant? In my opinion, you just have absolutely no reason to. Let's back away from that. I think I hate Valorant a little too passionately. Gamers should feel comfortable not owning their games. This is an actual statement by Ubisoft. Unfortunately, we're entering a generation where everything is a subscription service now, and this is exactly what Ubisoft is talking about. This could just be me, but it's like, why would you subscribe to a gaming subscription service? Like, I would much rather just pork over the $60 upfront. I'd much rather pork over the $30, however much the game costs. Why would I want to be spending $20 a month just to have access to a library? Like, that builds builds up over time. And then suddenly, oh, you spent $240 a year just to play games that would have been $15 during the Steam summer sale. Like, and I hate the fact that this business model even works. Just buy your games. Wait for the Steam summer sale and then buy your games for like 50 to 60% off. Like, you don't need to be spending $20 to $30 a month just to be subscribed to Ubisoft. Okay, real quick, I want to go back to the subject of who cares about modern day gaming anymore. Like, I know recently Star Wars Outlaws got its official reveal trailer, and from what I could tell, like, nobody likes it, like, including huge Star Wars fans. Now, you might be wondering, why is everyone upset about a Star Wars game? I think probably one of the biggest complaints about Star Wars is, oh, there aren't really enough Star Wars games anymore. Well, I'm about to show you guys one of the biggest eyesores you will ever witness. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and pre-order Star Wars Outlaws. What is this? This is exactly what scares away everyone from modern day gaming. What am I looking at? Alright, so for $70, horrible price point, by the way. Go back to $60. You already know this game's gonna be some mass-produced garbage if the starting price point is $70. Like, we've already learned that the last couple times. You get the base game and a pre-order bonus, which is literally just cosmetics. For $110, you get 3 days early access and a season pass. You're telling me playing 3 days early is worth the extra $40? This is so stupid, bro. And of course, microtransaction. Why wouldn't there be microtransactions? Like, it's like a written fact at this point. The Ultimate Edition, which is $130, gives you everything in the Gold Edition, plus a digital art book. Take my money. Take my money right now. I want a digital art book, please. For $130, bro. I can't wait. Or you could play the game for $18 a month. Of course, there's a subscription service. Gamers should feel comfortable not owning their games. Yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna own this game. This is probably one of the worst deals I've ever heard. I stand with this statement, man. No one's gonna own Star Wars Outlaws. No one's buying it. This is actually the worst priced video games of the 2020s. Like, Jesus Christ. And truth is, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to AAA games nowadays. It's just like, all anyone ever releases is just random shit. Like, let's talk about Immortals of Avia, which is an actual EA title. I don't know if you guys ever even heard of this. I've never even heard of it. But the reason this game made headlines, in order to develop this game, they had to spend over $125 million. So did that $125 million investment work? Well, not really, because the all-time peak of this game was not even 500 players. And in the past 24 hours, only 35 people played this game. Let's do some math real quick. Let's do some math. Alright, so the game itself is worth $60. This is going to be some very bad math, but assuming 482 people bought the game on Steam, they spent $125 million, and they successfully made back a whopping $28,000. That's profit right there. I don't know about you guys, but $28,000 in profit sounds like a bargain, man. I wish I could make that money. Ignore the $125 million in debt we are, though. We take those W's. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I genuinely do not care about modern day video games. Like I said, the most recent game I've played is Cyberpunk, and that's a title from 4 years ago. This is the last Call of Duty I played. I played Black Ops 4, which is a title that came out 6 years ago. That just shows how much I don't care about Call of Duty anymore. But what do you guys think? Thank you guys so much for watching. See y'all in the next video. Alright, see ya. Boom!